the dim glow of LAX's restroom, Emma Carter faced her weary reflection. She sighed, her trembling fingers combing through chestnut waves, yearning for poise. Harsh fluorescent lights cast stark shadows, revealing exhaustion etched deep in her face. Hazel eyes, ringed with fatigue, bore witness to endless shifts at Westwood Cafe. Her labor sustained her son, Oliver, yet left her soul threadbare, barely holding on. Cold water splashed against her skin, a futile bid to banish encroaching sleep. This flight was non-negotiable, a summons born of heartbreak she couldn't ignore. Tonight's prior, Aunt Linda's voice had shattered her world over a fragile call. "Emma, come now," Linda had pleaded, her voice breaking. "Your mother's fading fast." Those words struck like a thunderbolt, unraveling the fragile threads of Emma's heart. Carol Carter, her unwavering pillar, had always been her refuge in life's tempest. Years spent forging stability for Oliver had kept Emma from her mother's side. Now, on this desperate flight, she clung to hope she'd reach her in time. Linda's kindness had funded this journey. Emma's pockets were barren, stretched thin, rent overdue, Oliver's school fees looming. She was drowning in obligations. Parting from Oliver that morning had nearly shattered her resolve completely. His small hands clutched her worn denim jacket, eyes brimming with unspoken fears. "Mommy, why can't I come?" Oliver's voice trembled, his brown eyes glistening. Emma knelt, forcing a smile through her ache. "I'll call you daily, my love. I'll bring something magical from New York," she promised, her heart heavy. It was a hollow vow, meant to shield him from her own unraveling fears. If her mother slipped away, Emma knew she'd return a shadow of herself. David, her ex, stood in the doorway, his face a mask of guarded distance. Their love had crumbled bitterly, yet for Oliver, they maintained a fragile truce. "I'll keep him safe," David said gruffly, sensing her unspoken dread. Emma nodded, swallowing her fears, trusting him despite their fractured past. Final boarding call for New York. The speaker's voice jolted her awake. She sprinted through the terminal, her scuffed sneakers pounding relentlessly. "Wait," she gasped, thrusting her boarding pass at the stern attendant. The woman's gaze softened, scanning the ticket. "Seat 1 for C. Hurry." Emma raced down the jet bridge, her pulse hammering in her chest. At row 14, she halted. A man in a charcoal suit sat by the window. He exuded an aura of quiet power, like a figure from a glossy magazine. His emerald eyes, sharp and piercing, met hers as she fumbled with her bag. Without a word, he rose, lifting her carry-on with effortless grace. "Let me assist," he said, his British accent smooth, like velvet over steel. Emma's breath caught. Kindness from a stranger felt like a rare gift. "Thank you," she murmured, sliding into her seat, heart still racing. His presence was a paradox, intimidating yet inexplicably soothing. She tried to focus on the window, but exhaustion tugged at her soul. As the plane roared to life, her eyelids betrayed her, growing heavy. The hum of engines and his steady warmth lulled her into sleep. Emma awoke, mortified, her head resting on the stranger's shoulder. "Oh, God," she gasped, pulling away as his jacket slipped from her. He turned, his smile warm, genuine, igniting a spark in her chest. "You needed the rest," he said, as if her intrusion was no burden. He summoned the attendant, requesting water with calm authority. "I can manage," Emma stammered, flustered by his effortless care. "I know," he replied, his green eyes glinting with quiet amusement. Yet he didn't mind, and that simple act shifted her world's axis. If this story stirs your heart, give it a resounding thumbs up. Subscribe and activate notifications to catch the next chapter. Emma clutched his jacket, its fine fabric a stark contrast to her worn attire. "I'm so sorry," she said, her voice trembling with embarrassment. "It's no trouble," he assured, his accent wrapping her in warmth. He extended a hand. "Liam Callahan." Emma hesitated, then took it. "Emma Carter," she replied, her smile fragile but earnest. "Liam," he repeated, as if savoring the sound of her name. Her faded jeans and sweater paled beside his impeccable suit. New York for business or pleasure? Liam asked, leaning back. Emma's laugh was hollow. Neither. A family crisis, she confessed. His gaze softened. I'm sorry, he said, respecting her silence. A quiet peace settled, the plains hum a gentle backdrop. Outside, stars pierced the velvet darkness, a world apart. This flight was meant to be a trial, yet Liam was a revelation. Over the Midwest, attendants offered coffee, a small reprieve. Emma rubbed her eyes, exhaustion a heavy cloak upon her. Coffee? Liam asked, noting her struggle against sleep's pull. All they'll allow, she replied, her voice thick with fatigue. Steaming cups arrived, the bitter brew a faint spark of life. You have a child, don't you? Liam's sudden question startled her. Emma nearly choked. How did you eat? His smirk stopped her. School fees in your sleep, he said, his tone gently teasing. You have that look. 6 years of sleepless nights, he added. Emma laughed softly, showing him Oliver's photo. My son, 6. Liam studied it intently. He has your eyes, he said warmly. Are you still with his father? He asked, his voice gentle. No, divorced 2 years ago. It was for the best, she said. That's a heavy burden, Liam said, his empathy unspoken but felt. I don't have children, but my sister does, he shared quietly. She's a doctor, consumed by work, much like me, he added. Emma smiled faintly, a family trait. Liam's eyes crinkled. Seems so, he mused, his guarded tone sparking her curiosity. The plains hum wove through their silence, cities twinkling below. Liam's calm exterior hid a depth she longed to unravel. What does Oliver love? Liam asked, his voice breaking the quiet. Dinosaurs, Emma said, a smile flickering. He'd talk forever. Liam chuckled deeply. My kind of boy, I was mad for them too. Your favorite? She asked, intrigued. Velociraptor, he replied. Fast, cunning, underestimated, he said, eyes glinting. Oliver would approve, Emma laughed, warmth blooming within. The plane shuddered, turbulence jolting the cabin, gasps rising. Remain seated, the captain urged. Emma's hands gripped tightly. Liam's hand covered hers. Steady. Just turbulence, he said calmly. His voice anchored her, easing her racing heart. She held on. The turbulence faded, leaving a lingering tension in its wake. Not fond of flying? Liam asked, his hand retreating slowly. It's the weight of everything, Emma confessed, her voice raw. Liam nodded, understanding. You seem unshakable, ever nervous. Rarely, he said, his smirk practiced but shadowed with depth. You guard your story, Emma noted, her curiosity deepening. I could say the same of you, Liam countered, his smile soft. Let's make a pact, he proposed. Share something true, unguarded. Emma agreed. You first. Liam exhaled, fingers tapping lightly. My youth was chaos, he confessed. I learned to master it early. Emma's eyes widened, surprised by his vulnerability. Your turn. I dreamed of more than scraping by as a waitress, she admitted. Liam's gaze held hers. Those dreams aren't lost, he said softly. Her heart tightened, stirred by the possibility of reclaiming hope. We're descending into New York. The announcement broke their moment. Emma's stomach nodded, the weight of her purpose returning. Have a ride from the airport? Liam asked, his tone gentle. I'll take a cab, Emma said, but Liam shook his head firmly. My driver can take you, he offered, pulling out a sleek card. Asterisk Liam Callahan, Callahan Global Holdings. Asterisk Emma's breath caught. Business consulting, she teased dryly, masking her shock. I understated it, Liam admitted, his smirk self-assured. The plane landed, the cabin alive with the bustle of departure. You didn't mention you're a Titan, Emma said, half laughing. Easier to connect without the title, Liam replied, eyes twinkling. They stepped off the plane, Liam offering his driver once more. Emma hesitated, then nodded, drawn to his quiet generosity. New York's chill enveloped her, its chaos a stark awakening. A sleek Bentley waited, its driver nodding respectfully to Liam. Emma slid into the plush interior, the luxury of foreign world. Lenox Hill Hospital, she said softly, her voice barely steady. Liam respected her silence, his presence a quiet anchor. Someone waiting for you there? He asked after a moment. My aunt, Emma replied. She called about my mother's decline. How long has she been ill? Liam's question was gentle, probing. A year, Emma said, her voice cracking. I thought we had time. You came as soon as you could, Liam said, his empathy clear. You're here now, he added, offering solace in simple words. At the hospital, Emma thanked him, her heart heavy but grateful. If you need anything, call, Liam said, handing her another card. His personal number. Emma nodded, feeling an unfamiliar safety. She walked toward the hospital, sensing his gaze linger behind her. Inside, antiseptic air stung her senses, the waiting area crowded. Aunt Linda stood, weary but relieved, pulling Emma into an embrace. She's stable now, Linda said. Last night was a close call. Emma followed to her mother's room, each step heavy with dread. Carol lay frail, a ghost of the vibrant woman Emma once knew. Mom, Emma whispered, her voice trembling with unspoken grief. Carol's eyes opened, recognition dawning, a weak smile forming. Emma, you're here, she said, her voice a fragile thread. Emma clasped her mother's hand, tears burning but held back. I'm so sorry I wasn't here sooner, she whispered, heart breaking. You're here now, my love, Carol said. That's all I need. Emma sat, the weight of love and loss anchoring her in place. Outside later, a text from Liam. How is your mother holding? Stable, for now, Emma replied. I'm grateful she's still with us. I meant to call if you need me, Liam wrote, his care evident. You don't need to keep checking, Emma texted, heart stirring. I know, Liam replied, and her soul felt a strange warmth. Morning brought a call from Liam. Have you eaten? He asked. Not really, Emma admitted, caught off guard by his concern. I'm sending a car, breakfast. 1 hour, he said firmly. Liam, I can't leave Mom, she protested, her heart torn. When did you last care for yourself? He asked, voice soft. Emma sighed, relenting. 1 hour. Liam's chuckle was warm. The Bentley arrived, its luxury a stark contrast to her reality. At a midtown cafe, Liam waited, his presence steady, uncheckable. You came, he said, a smile playing on his lips. Emma crossed her arms. Did I have a choice? She teased, stepping into the elegant space. The waiter knew Liam's order. A latte for her, he added. Choosing for me now, Emma asked, half annoyed, half amused. You need sustenance, Liam said. Tell me I'm wrong. She couldn't. Hunger drove her to the breakfast platter eagerly. Share something real? Liam urged, his gaze piercing her defenses. I wanted to be a journalist, Emma confessed, her voice low. Life intervened pregnancy. Survival, she said, eyes distant. Dreams don't die, Liam said, his words a quiet challenge. Easy for you to say, Mr. Success, Emma retorted, half smiling. I wasn't born to this, Liam said. Brooklyn, modest roots, factory worker father, nurse mother I built my world, he said. Emma stared, his story reshaping her view of his polished exterior. I have a proposition, Liam said, leaning forward, eyes bright. Emma tensed. This feels risky, she said, her guard rising. My media company needs writers, Liam said. You could start there. Emma's heart raced. Liam, I'm not ready. It's been years. You're capable, he said firmly. You're more than this life. Why me? She whispered, overwhelmed by his faith in her. I believe in redemption, Liam said, his voice steady. resolute. Days passed, his offer haunting her as she sat by her mother's side. Carol remained stable, but Liam's words echoed, stirring hope. A call from Charlotte Grant, editor at Callahan Media, startled her. "Liam spoke of you," Charlotte said. "Your college work shows promise. A writer position awaits, but you must earn it," she warned. Emma's mind reeled. This was no fleeting gesture, it was real. "I need to think," Emma said. 24 hours, Charlotte replied. Alone, Emma's heart pounded. A door to her dreams had opened. Morning came, her mother sensing her turmoil. "What's weighing on you?" Before Emma could speak, a knock. Liam stood, holding flowers. "I thought it time we met," he said, his smile disarming. Carol's brow arched. "And who are you?" "Liam Callahan," she teased. "A friend to your daughter," he replied, his warmth infectious. "Boyfriend, perhaps," Carol jested, her tired eyes twinkling. "Still negotiating," Liam quipped, as Emma flushed with embarrassment. After light banter, Liam drew Emma aside. "Can we speak?" In the hallway, she crossed her arms. "Why are you here, Liam?" "To see you're all right," he said, his gaze steady, unyielding. "Charlotte offered the job," Emma said, her voice tinged with doubt. "It's overwhelming," she admitted. Liam nodded, understanding. "Perhaps it's time to claim what you deserve," he urged gently. That night, Emma dialed Charlotte. "I'll take the job," she said. Monday morning, Charlotte replied curtly, the line going silent. Emma exhaled, stepping into an unknown future. Fear giving way. Callahan Media's headquarters loomed, its sleek design daunting. Charlotte led her to a desk. "Prove your worth, or you're gone." Emma nodded, resolve hardening. This was her second chance. Liam texted, "First day going well." Emma smirked, replying, "Your editor's formidable." She wrote, "I might not survive." "You're stronger than you know." Liam replied, faith unwavering. "Dinner tonight. You owe me," he teased. Emma rolled her eyes. At the restaurant, Emma felt out of place, yet Liam was at ease. "You're tense," he observed, sipping whiskey with quiet grace. "Dining with a billionaire who reshapes my life," she retorted. "Just a man enjoying a steak," Liam said, his laugh rich, warm. They spoke of Oliver, her past, dreams buried under survival. Liam listened, his attention a gift, making her feel truly seen. "Boxing keeps me grounded," he shared, surprising her again. Emma pictured him in a ring, fierce, sweat tracing his jawline. This dinner was perilous, her heart was beginning to open to him. "Staying in New York?" Liam asked, his gaze piercing her soul. "For now," Emma said. "I want to see you again," he confessed. "I don't belong in your world," she said, her voice faltering. "Who says I want you to change?" Liam's words shook her core. Later, Liam's text glowed. "Dinner was a delight. Again soon." Emma typed, "Perhaps." His reply, "That's a yes, Carter." She smiled, knowing she was wading into dangerous waters. Work consumed her, deadlines at Callahan Media testing her resolve. Liam's texts were a constant light, teasing, but ever present. "Surviving the newsroom?" he'd ask. "Barely," she'd reply. Then David called, his voice cold. "We need to talk, Oliver." Emma's heart plummeted, fear gripping her. She texted Liam. "I need you," she wrote. "Name the place." He replied instantly. At the gala, Emma felt alien in the navy dress Liam had sent. He stood by the bar, a vision in a tux, his eyes unreadable. "You're breathtaking," he said, his voice low, stirring her. "This is madness," she murmured, overwhelmed by the opulence. "But you're here," Liam said, his smirk a quiet triumph. The gala glittered, wealth and power swirling in every glance. Liam navigated it masterfully, charming all with effortless grace. "You're staring," he teased, catching her gaze over champagne. "It's exhausting, being you," Emma said, her tone playful. "You almost sound concerned." Liam chuckled, leaning closer. "Too late," he whispered, the room fading around them. A woman in a crimson gown approached. Emma Carter, she asked. Vanessa Caldwell, she introduced, her smile sharp. I see. I know Liam well, she said, her words laced with warning. He keeps his worlds separate, Vanessa added, eyes piercing. Emma confronted Liam. She's your ex-fiancée, she demanded. Long ago, Liam said, his jaw tight, his past a shadow. She warned me about you, Emma said, her voice steady but shaken. Liam's eyes darkened. Vanessa thrives on control, he said. Am I stepping into danger? Emma asked, needing his truth. No, Liam said firmly, his gaze unwavering, resolute. The ride home was silent, Vanessa's words a lingering poison. Liam texted, can't sleep. Emma replied, mine's too heavy. Am I a mistake? She asked. No, Liam answered swiftly. Ask me in person, he urged. Emma's heart tightened with fear. At his office, Liam confessed. Vanessa spoke some truth. I kept worlds apart before, but not you, he said earnestly. Prove it, Emma challenged, stepping closer, heart racing. Liam tucked her hair back. No walls with you, he vowed. That night, at her apartment, Liam's kiss was raw, consuming. It held every unspoken truth, every moment building between them. They collapsed on her couch, talking of dreams, Oliver, life. They fell asleep entwined, as if their souls had always known. Morning light woke Emma, Liam's scent lingering on her skin. He was gone, but coffee's aroma drew her. Liam returned, smiling. You're awake, he said, handing her a cup, his smirk playful. You made coffee. Emma laughed, surprised by his normalcy. Will you run? She asked, her voice soft but searching. No, Liam said, his certainty a promise she wanted to trust. Weeks blurred, their bond undefined, neither lovers nor mere friends. Late-night calls, stolen kisses, dinners that stretched into dawn. Liam's presence awakened her, a dangerous pull she couldn't resist. At work, David's call shattered her peace. We must talk. Oliver. Emma's heart froze, fear surging. She texted Liam, desperate. I need you, she wrote. Tell me where, he replied instantly. The gala's grandeur overwhelmed Emma, the navy dress of fragile armor. Liam, in a tux, was a vision of power, his eyes a quiet storm. You're radiant, he said, his voice stirring something deep within. This is overwhelming, Emma whispered, lost in the opulence. But you're here, Liam said, his smile a beacon in the chaos. He moved through the crowd, a maestro of charm and influence. You're watching me, he teased, catching her gaze mid-sip. Your life exhausts me, Emma said, her tone light but honest. You care more than you admit, Liam murmured, leaning closer. The room faded, his proximity a dangerous pull on her heart. Emma Carter, a woman in red, approached, her smile sharp. Vanessa Caldwell, she said, her voice cold, laced with intent. I know Liam intimately, she declared, her words a subtle blade. He keeps his worlds apart, Vanessa said, her gaze piercing. Emma faced Liam, anger rising. Your ex-fiancée, she demanded. Years ago, Liam said, his jaw tight, his past a heavy shadow. She warned me about you, Emma said, her voice steady but hurt. Vanessa manipulates, Liam said, his eyes dark with regret. Am I a risk? Emma asked, needing his honesty above all. No, Liam vowed, his gaze a promise she longed to believe. The ride home was heavy, Vanessa's words a lingering venom. Liam texted, sleepless night. Emma replied, mine's racing. Am I a mistake? She asked. Never, Liam answered firmly. Ask me face to face, he urged. Emma's heart clenched tight. In his office, Liam confessed. Vanessa spoke some truth. I kept others at a distance, but not you, he said. Raw. Prove it, Emma challenged, stepping into his orbit, fearless. Liam brushed her hair back. No barriers with you, he swore. That night, his kiss was a storm, fierce, consuming her entirely. It carried every unspoken vow, Every moment that led them here. On her couch, they spoke of dreams, fears, and fragile hopes. They fell asleep entwined, as if their hearts had always known. Dawn broke, Liam's scent lingering, a quiet promise on her skin. He returned with coffee, smirking. "You're awake," he said lightly. "You made coffee." Emma laughed, his normalcy disarming her. "Will you flee?" she asked, her voice soft, searching his eyes. "No," Liam said, his resolve a vow she wanted to cling to. Weeks wove a delicate dance, their bond a fragile, unnamed thing. Calls in the night, kisses stolen, dinners stretching into dawn. Liam awakened her soul, a perilous pull she couldn't deny. Then David's call broke through. "Oliver, we need to talk." Emma's world tilted, fear surging. She reached for Liam's anchor. "I need you," she texted. "Where? When?" He replied instantly. "Don't miss the next chapter. Subscribe and ring the bell now. Give a thumbs up for the twist that await in part 2. Comment, what does David want? Can Liam shield Emma's heart? Your support breathes life into these tales. Let's share thoughts. Emma stood before Liam, her heart a battlefield of hope and fear. "Vanessa was right about you," she said, voice steady but raw. "I lived with walls," Liam admitted, his gaze piercing, vulnerable. "With you, I want no boundaries," he said, his voice a vow. Emma stepped closer, heart thundering. "Show me," she demanded. Liam's touch was gentle, tucking her hair, a promise unspoken. "Let's discover this together," he murmured, his voice a lifeline. Liam's world was order, control, no chaos, no loose threads. Yet Emma was a storm, unraveling him in ways he hadn't foreseen. She challenged his walls, made him question his guarded heart. For the first time, Liam wanted to let someone truly inside. "Tell me of Vanessa," Emma urged, needing his unfiltered truth. It ended messily, Liam said, his jaw tight with old regrets. "A union born of duty, not love, pushed by our families," he said. "I couldn't give her my heart," he confessed, voice heavy. "And me?" Emma asked, her voice a whisper, fragile yet bold. "You're the chaos I never expected," Liam said, eyes raw. That night, Emma replayed his words, her heart a tangled storm. Liam texted, "I need to see you." She replied, "Come to me." He arrived swiftly, stepping into her world without hesitation. "I don't pursue," Liam said, closing the distance between them. "Then why are you here?" Emma asked, her pulse a wild rhythm. "Because you're inescapable," he said, his kiss consuming her. It was fierce, raw, a collision of every unspoken truth. They spoke until dawn, of dreams, fears, and fragile futures. Asleep in each other's arms, they felt like an eternal truth. Morning light woke Emma, Liam's presence a lingering warmth. He returned with coffee, his smirk a quiet, familiar comfort. "You didn't run," Emma said, her voice soft, hopeful, searching. "I'm here to stay," Liam vowed, his words a steadfast promise. Their bond grew, undefined yet profound, a delicate dance of trust. Kisses stolen in quiet moments, dinners that wove their souls closer. Emma felt alive, her heart awakening, yet fear lingered beneath. David's call shattered her peace. "Oliver, we must speak," he said. Terror gripped her. She reached for Liam, her anchor in the storm. "I need you now," she texted. "I'm there," he replied, unwavering. The saga continues. Subscribe to witness the unfolding drama. Thumbs up for the heart-pounding twists awaiting in part 2. Comment, what shadows does David cast? Can Liam be her shield? Your passion fuels these stories. Share your thoughts below. Emma stood in Liam's office, her heart a fragile, beating thing. "Vanessa saw your truth," she said, voice steady, seeking answers. "I built walls once," Liam confessed, his vulnerability raw. "With you, I want openness," he said, his gaze a solemn vow. Emma stepped closer, heart racing. "Prove it," she whispered. Liam's touch was tender, a promise. "Let's build this together." Liam's world was precision, Yet Emma was a beautiful disruption. She stirred his soul, challenging the barriers he'd long upheld. For the first time, he yearned to let someone truly know him. "Tell me of Vanessa," Emma urged, her voice steady, resolute. "It was a calculated bond, not love," Liam said, regret heavy. "I couldn't give her my heart," he admitted, his voice raw. "And me?" Emma asked, her question a fragile, daring leap. "You're the storm I never foresaw," Liam said, his eyes alive. Emma lay awake, his words a tempest, stirring her restless heart. Liam's text glowed. "I need you," she replied. "Come to me." He arrived, crossing her threshold with a fierce, quiet resolve. "I don't chase," Liam said, yet his eyes betrayed his heart. "Why are you here?" Emma asked, her pulse a wild crescendo. "You're my gravity," he said, his kiss a fierce, consuming fire. It was a collision of souls, every unspoken truth laid bare. They spoke until dawn, weaving dreams, fears, and fragile hopes. Asleep in his arms, Emma felt a truth she'd long forgotten. Morning brought Liam with coffee, his presence a quiet anchor. "You stayed," Emma said, her voice soft, her heart exposed. "I'm not going anywhere," Liam vowed, his words her salvation. Their love, undefined, grew stronger, a delicate, dangerous dance. Every touch, every glance, wove them closer, hearts entwined. Yet David's call loomed, a shadow threatening to unravel all. Emma reached for Liam, her heart crying out for his strength. The story's not oversubscribed for the next heart-wrenching turn. Thumbs up for the drama and passion awaiting in part 2? Comment: what storm does David bring? Will Liam be her refuge? Your love keeps these stories alive. Share your heart below.